And now, another installment of Meet Your Neighbors. Today, we visit the Morningside Heights neighborhood in New York City, just around the corner from Columbia University, and the home of the Vanderhoff family. Here's Martin Vanderhoff, affectionately known to everyone as Grandpa. Tell us, Grandpa, what is your secret to a happy life?
Well, I don't do anything I don't want to do.
And how do you relax and enjoy yourself?
Well, I have a lot of fun. Time enough for everything. Read, visit the zoo now and then, practice my darts, even have time to notice when spring comes around. Don't have 6 hours of things I have to do before I get 1 hour to do what I like in. And I haven't taken a bicarbonated soda in 35 years. What's the matter with that?
Let's meet Grandpa's daughter, Mrs. Penny Sycamore. What about you, Mrs. Sycamore? What is it you like to do?
I like to write plays. I like to write scripts. I like to care about my daughters. They're very important to me, and my husband, my sweet husband. I just love him so much. And, I try to take care of Grandpa, but he really doesn't need any help from me, although I don't know why I call him Grandpa.
Now, let's meet Mrs. Sycamore's husband, Paul Sycamore. What is that you're doing there, Mr. Sycamore?
Well, hold on one moment. We're working on this new red fire. We want to see how it goes.
We'll check in on Mr. Sycamore later. And here's the Sycamore's oldest daughter, Mrs. Essie Carmichael, and her husband, Ed Carmichael. Mr. and Mrs. Carmichael, what do the two of you do?
Oh, well,
You go.
Okay. I like to print anything and everything. I print business cards and menus for restaurants and the descriptive matter for the boxes of candy that Essie makes.
How about you?
Well, like Ed said, I make candy. My latest batch is called the Love Dreams. And they're so delicious.
Oh, they're so good.
Everybody in the neighborhood just loves them. They're not really made of anything, just marshmallow and coconut and fudge.
Totally healthy.
Yeah.
And she dances. She's a great dancer.
Thank you
Beautiful
so much.
dancer.
I've been taking lessons for 8 years, so I'm very good by now.
And I play the xylophone. It's a passion of mine. I love the xylophone.
Very good. He plays music for me when I dance.
That's right.
We're a real partnership.
Yes.
Now finally, the youngest member of the Vanderhoff household, Miss Alice Sycamore. What is it like living with such a lively family, Miss Sycamore?
Lively. That's a word. Don't get me wrong, I love my family, but they're a little odd, and they don't always think about how the rest of the world sees them. But they live large in their own little way, and they love loyally, and they're fun, and they're alive. There's not a group on earth that I love more than my family. I was just lucky enough to find someone that loved me enough to love them too.
Here we have Mr. Anthony Kirby of Wall Street, his lovely wife, and son Tony, who was dating the young Miss Sycamore. Tell us, Mrs. Kirby, what did you think of Miss Sycamore and her family?
Well, Alice Sycamore, she's a lovely girl. But the Sycamore family? Dreadful. Can you believe they wanted to feed us canned salmon for dinner?
And pickled pig's feet.
Well, do you enjoy canned salmon, Mrs. Kirby?
Oh, I'm very fond of it.
How about you, Mr. Kirby?
Alice Sycamore is a lovely young lady, and I can understand my son Tony's attraction to her. But I hope they will consider their options carefully.
Well, I think they're wonderful.